Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making chicken cordon bleu meatloaf. Alright, I'm starting out in a large pan. I have 2 pounds of ground chicken. To that I'm going to add in 1 egg. And I'm going to mix right in the pan that I'm baking in to save on dishes. Get my hand to wipe here. I'm going to add in about a half a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to add in a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to add in a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder. Make sure you use garlic powder, not garlic salt, because we already added salt in. I'm going to put in a little bit of fresh parsley. If you don't have fresh, dry will work too. A little more in there. And I'm going to put in some plain breadcrumb. You don't want to use season for this. Okay, I'm going to get in there and get this mixed together. Get my egg broken in there. And ground chicken is really moist to begin with. So I might have to add a little more breadcrumb in. I'll see. Alright, I had to add in more breadcrumb for about a total of a cup of breadcrumbs. I'm going to divide this in half. Like I said, I'm baking it right in this pan. If you do this, make sure you use a non-stick pan. I'm going to form this into a meatloaf. And we're going to hollow it out a little bit in the middle. Now I have some Black Forest ham here. And make sure you pull out what you need, because once you touch it with your chicken hands, there's no saving what's left. You're going to have to throw it out. I'm putting in about 6 slices of Black Forest ham. This is thin sliced. And I'm going to push it down in there. And I have 4 slices of Swiss cheese. I'm going to get them in there. I just want to push it down in there. Now I'm going to take the rest of my chicken and I'm going to put a top on this. And you just want to close it all up. I'm sure there's going to be cheese oozing out of this, but that's alright. Alright, I'm going to put this in a 400-degree oven for 25 minutes to get it start cooking uncovered. Now that baked for 25 minutes, I'm going to put some plain panko breadcrumb on top. It's going to give it a nice crispy coating. And I'm going to put that back in that 400-degree oven for 15 more minutes to finish baking. Okay, while our meatloaf finishes baking, in a skillet I have 3 tablespoons of butter and 3 tablespoons of flour. I made a roux. And I allowed this to fry over low heat for just a minute to get the flour taste out of the flour. We're going to make a gravy for over the meatloaf. I'm going to start by adding in a cup of milk. And I'm just eyeballing this, guys. If you're not sure, then go ahead and measure. I'm going to add in a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. And this one wasn't even opened yet. Give that a stir. I'm going to turn my heat up just a little bit to about medium. And your flour will dissolve in there as this cooks. Alright, now I'm going to start seasoning this. I'm going to put in, if I don't lose my spatula, just put this here for now. I'm going to put in a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. You always get that liquid out of the bottle, even though it was stored upside down. A teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. About a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. About a half a teaspoon of salt or so. And a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Now I'm going to bring this up to a gentle simmer, and I'm going to allow it to simmer for a few minutes till it starts to thicken up. Right now that my sauce is starting to thicken up, before I forget, I'm going to add in a 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. And if your sauce gets a little too thick, you can thin it out with a little bit of milk, but I think this is going to be fine. I have to set down on simmer. Alright, this just came out of the oven. Let me slice into it, guys. Look at the inside of that, guys. Cooked through, cheese is melted, and it's one big meatloaf. If you have a smaller family, like 2 people, you could probably get away with 1 pound of ground chicken. Let's go ahead and fix up the plate and see what we got, guys. I also went ahead and made some mashed potatoes and gravy and some corn on the cob to go with this. I put some of that gravy that we made for over top of it on top of the meatloaf. Get in here and give this a try. And I'm going to cut this in half and try to get a money bite with the ham and the cheese. Well seasoned. It's moist. You get the Dijon mustard in the sauce, which is really good. It's not overpowering. A little ham. Guys, that's really delicious. Perfect for a Sunday meal. Chicken cordon bleu meatloaf. Thanks for watching and supporting me. Remember, love what you eat and eat what you love.